Freaky fun for everyone. Sold
Leonardo, the katana blade. My cat.
Attack the evil Inhumanoid, forcing him back into the earth.
Hey, the name's Boglin. You sold separately.
We battle our human and skeletal each sold separately. You put them out together.
Turn them into the light, and they change into even more powerful.
Battle against Lion-O and the new Thundercat ally.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. We're joined today by a special guest, our cat.
Yay. Our cat. What is with your head?
Oh, it's a hat.
Is it? It looks like a squid, exploded on your head.
Yeah. Because it's the glow squid exploded, because it's all the different colors. Because I hate it so much. I got this for Christmas for my grandparents, your side of the family.
Of course. Just a quick word of warning. Our cat is sick and fighting a cold, so the cat pretty much refuses to move and keeps sneezing. You're probably going to hear some sneezes and see it suffering here. I guarantee you we are giving it medicine. It has gone to the vet. We're going to do the best we can, but the cat will not leave. Every time we try to get the cat off the couch, the cat comes back to the couch. So that's just how it's going to be. Welcome to the show, Tuttle.
Yay!
Do you at least want to look at the camera? He's like...
Yeah, he's not even here.
He's spaced out on the medicine, I'm guessing. Cold medicine will do that to you. Alright. Okay, so today on the show we do have three main things. One, we're going to be talking about the Portal 2 figure. Two, we're going to be introducing a new part of the show, the Toy Box of Mystery. Ooh, and we'll get into that a little later. And then three, we have the mailbag. You guys had a lot of comments about the stuff we had last week, so we will get into that. Also, talk a little bit about the giveaway and all of that stuff. So,
What do we have last week?
What?
What do we have last week?
It's the Halloween stuff?
Oh, yeah.
The zombie figures?
Yeah, I completely forgot, yeah.
And the capsules, the Halloween capsules? Okay.
Hey, that's a plug. Go watch the video.
So, for those of you who saw Video Game Losers this week, you know that we talked about the Portal video games. And so this week we promised we would talk about the Portal 2 figure, which is right here. And we've got some close-up footage that we will, cut to here and there during the discussion here as we talk about the figure. But first, why did you want to get this figure?
Not only is it a Portal figure, which I do enjoy the series, I do think the art style is cool, I like the storytelling, but also it's a Valve figure, and they don't really make them anymore. I only own two, which are the Blue Spy and the Blue Engineer from Team Fortress 2, and I found them just in the back of a Target, just kind of shoved away in the clearance section. So they aren't making these anymore. They're still pretty rare to find, and we found ours in box, even though it's now opened, but...
Yeah, and that was, we took a trip to, was it Sewer Lair Toys in, was it Terre Haute, Indiana? Is that where it was?
I don't know.
Maybe. So, anyway, so quick plug for them for no reason. But anyway, so we grabbed the figure here, and one of the weird things about Portal, though, is that you never really see the character that you're playing as unless you shoot the portals in such a way that you can see the one that you're coming out of as you're going into one. So maybe they're side by side or they're in a corner or something, and then you can get a look at your character model. But otherwise, you never really see the character. So I remember playing through the first game and being about halfway through before I realized that's a female figure. I didn't realize it was a female that you're playing as in the game. You know, because I'm just playing the game. I'm like, who cares? You know, you're just playing the game, going through, and then it's like, oh, that's a lady. So I just think it's interesting that they actually made a figure off of a character that you really don't ever see.
It would have made more sense to make like a GLaDOS figure or Wheatley, which I think they may have.
Well, yeah, I think they did do some of those later on.
Because I know they did some for, I want to say Peabody and Sherman, but those aren't the names of the robots at all.
Well, Peabody is.
Oh, okay.
But it's P-body.
Yeah. Those are the robots you play as in Portal 2's co-op mode. So.
And I think the turret droids that they did.
Yeah. People love those turrets.
But see, Chell was actually released twice.
Oh.
So this one is from the re-release that happened in 2018.
Oh, okay.
So the original release came in a box. And the box, it was a full rectangular cardboard box with a portal cut out to see in. And then they released a second time in the clamshell, and the clamshell is what this one was that we found.
Also, I hate the clamshell. It's really hard to open. Stop putting them in those, please. Thank you.
They have made them much easier to open in the last few years. But so anyway, okay, so a look at this figure real quick. The portal gun. Did this light up for you when you were taking video?
I tried pressing buttons and just hoping stuff works, and it just never did. But and you were, yeah, he was sick at the time, which is probably how the cat got it.
No, I hurt my back. Jerk.
So you were asleep at the time when I was recording footage, so I didn't have time to like ask you for batteries.
Yeah, well, and these I wouldn't even have any of these laying around. These are LR41 batteries. You'll need a couple of those to make it light up, but it looks like it lights up blue.
I really like the portal gun though. I like the design of the portal gun, in-game toy.
And it's got like a spider look to it. It's kind of weird.
You like spiders, right?
Yeah, whatever. Get away from me. But then our hero here,
Chell,
or heroine, I guess you could say.
I still don't know if it's Chell or Chell. I think it's Chell because it's a CH.
So what did you think of like being able to pose this figure and move it around and?
There's not much you can do with it. It's very stiff. Although again, I guess that comes with anything fresh out of the box. But muscle joints, they don't really have too much free movement. Like you can't really move them this way. Just kind of up or down, or out, I guess.
And then what about like the legs and the waist and all that?
Those I didn't really mess with because it goes right on the stand.
You didn't take her off the stand?
It took me a while to put her on the stand. If you watch the footage.
Oh.
Because it was hard to.
Okay, well, enough of that then. You can twist her at the waist.
Well, you can also do that.
Ooh, happy Halloween, everybody. So you can do that to your figure. Let's not, though, because that's creeping me out, actually. The legs, it looks like the jacket, though, hanging around her waist is kind of getting in the way of some of the leg movement.
Well, that's because it's the top part of the jumpsuit.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying, because it's there, it looks like it's kind of getting in the way. Although it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of movement to them to begin with.
I think it's supposed to just be more of those things that you pose once, put on the shelf, and never really touch again.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like there's a second layer of articulation, though, underneath the white shirt. So the white shirt moves, and then the blue shirt moves.
Oh, that's okay. Well,
so you've got a little bit of extra. Oh yeah, because see, look, it can bend back.
Yeah,
back and forward like this. So that's kind of neat.
Now, please put the portal gun into her hand.
Well, you say that like it's going to be difficult or something.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, well, let me kind of get the hands down in the basic position here. There's the guard over the hand. That makes it a little more difficult because you can't just slide it that way, but there it's attached, and then... Okay.
Put her back on the stand.
Okay, done.
It's probably because I already did it.
Huh.
If you watch the footage, I
Yep.
did struggle quite a bit with it because the hand is in kind of like this position where it's closed, so I had to go in, open it enough in order to slide the thing in, and then had to close the hand over it so it wouldn't fall out.
So the gun wasn't in her hand in the package?
No.
Oh, so it was like off to the
Yeah.
side? Oh,
Because
okay.
it's an accessory.
I see.
In the actual game, you like put it over your arm, kind of like a Mega Man Buster.
Right.
It kind of goes down to like just past your wrist. But I guess for this, you have it hold it.
Just to make it easier, I'm sure. Now the little paper insert that comes in the back of the package to give you, like your backdrop for the figure. We do have the orange portal on one side and the blue on the other, and it does. These two do go together. Because on the blue side you can see the vine coming through, and then on the orange side the vine's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got GLaDOS in the back, or actually that would be
GLaDOS.
Portal. Well, this is Portal 2.
Yeah, that's GLaDOS.
Is it GLaDOS in Portal 2? Oh.
I mean,
I thought it was
technically it's Wheatley because they swap heads at like halfway through the game,
Right.
and GLaDOS is a potato on your portal gun.
right.
But if you look at the head, you can see it's more like rectangular, whereas Wheatley's just like an orb.
One thing I do have to say about the game in general, and this goes to the character design that you see here in the toy, is these leg supports. Because a lot of the game has you falling from ridiculous heights and landing. And I remember the first time playing the game, and the first time you go through one of those portals thinking, oh, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't going to work. Like, trying to find some way to get to a better ledge or something, like trying to find a spot that wasn't going to kill me, and it took me forever to realize, like, you can fall from anywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and it doesn't matter because you've got those supports, so it's
I
kinda
believe
neat.
they're called long fall boots.
Ah, okay. All
So,
right.
and then I think there's also short fall boots, which they reference to. So yeah.
So it's neat. The one thing I think they're missing, though, that would have just, like, put this figure over the top and would have made it best would be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
One piece of cake on a little plate
Yeah.
in there. It would have just made it fantastic.
Well, no, it would have been a lie. I think that's why there isn't any cake.
So this figure, when it originally came out, I want to say it was about $20.
Oh, okay.
So not too terrible.
Especially since it can light up. I mean, also the detailing on this is quite nice, especially on like the pants and the jacket.
It looks like nowadays, though, you can pick them up for about $15 on eBay, but then you're also paying shipping.
Yeah.
If you go to a comic store or a toy store or someplace like that, you're probably going to pay $20, $25. So it's not a huge markup on any of these by any means. There are crazy people, though, that are trying to sell these things for like $40. If you see someone selling these for $40, don't buy it.
No.
Just don't. You can find better deals other places.
Now, if you find a Team Fortress 2 figure for like $40, go for it, because a lot of them are now being sold for about $300.
Really?
Because of how just rare they are. And I think a lot of them were bought up by price gorgers, I think. Price gorgers. Just trying to resell them and get
Scalpers or gougers?
Yeah, not gorge.
Gouge. Yes. Not a giant crevice.
Yeah,
Okay, so, I mean, you basically bought this because you wanted to put it on your toy shelf and show it off. So you're gonna...
Yeah. This is mine.
I mean, but wait, put it back up here for a second. So you're basically going to put it on your shelf like this,
Yeah,
and that's just how it's going to be forever.
yeah. Let's go with my other Valve figure.
And just not really ever move it or
Yeah.
play with it or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to have a toy and not play with it.
Oh, you mean like all of your toys?
So, take those. So that is the Chell figure, a nice figure from NECA. Good stuff. So now, the new thing that we are introducing here is this high-quality prop box. This prop box costs approximately $1,000.
Yes, yes.
And this is, as you can see, the toy box of mystery. This is going to serve a couple purposes. One purpose is, we were talking the other day about doing stuff on the show and wanting to come up with some new ideas and new things that we can throw around. When we first started that new toy smell in 2008, I mentioned opening a new toy, like taking something new, putting the camera on record and opening it up, filming it, was something that people weren't doing, hadn't been done. Like we did it, we called it the grand opening. That was the first segment I ever did on that new toy smell, was the grand opening. It may have been the first unboxing ever done on YouTube back in 2008.
What an innovator.
Now there are whole channels. They're like Lamar Wilson. I love his channel. He's hilarious. Great guy to watch. All he does is unboxings.
Yeah.
That's his entire channel.
I've done some unboxings in the past. I don't really find them fun, especially since I'm just like, look, figure. Okay, thanks, bye. Like, it's not interesting to watch. It's not fun to watch.
But it depends on how much personality you can bring to it. So, what we've done here, though, is I've gathered up some different things. Some of these are cool, and some of these are terrible.
And I've contributed 2 items.
And actually, some items I have taken and I've bundled together so that we will do a toy battle as we open them.
Oh.
So we may do a terrible toy throwdown where we will take the 2 toys that are taped together and we will open both of them and do a face-off between them and see which of the 2 terrible toys is better.
Alright. And since this is my episode, I get to pick what's in the box first.
Right, now, we are going to pick at random.
Yeah.
Which means you cannot look in the box
I'm not.
while you pick one. And like I said, there's some stuff in here that's cool, there's some stuff that's terrible. The stuff in the box will change over time. We'll grab some stuff from the dollar store and throw it in there from time to time. Some of the stuff in here is stuff that has been sent in by some of you guys over the years, and it's just been sitting in my basement on a shelf, waiting for me to do something with it. Some of the stuff I've bought and I've never done anything with. Some stuff may have even been samples that were sent to us that they wanted us to review, and we were just like, someday maybe. And so that day may be coming soon. So this will be a fun experiment.
All right.
To see. Okay, so were you just super excited? But I just want people to marvel in all the money and time and effort that was spent in putting this toy box together. The millions of dollars, the thousands of man hours. 3 workers died trying to get this finally crafted and put together. It was such a highly dangerous environment.
No workers were harmed in the making of this box.
So I just want everybody to respect the toy box of mystery. Okay, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. All right. Lift it up so I can't see.
All right. So So here's what we're gonna do. Take this off. We're gonna hold it up here.
I can't exactly.
Okay, well, no, here, just sit. Reach up. No, sit. Just reach up. Okay.
DC Primal Age Aquaman.
So when you think of the most powerful superhero in the DC universe, who do you think of?
Superman.
Wrong. It's Aquaman. Aquaman is the most powerful. No, I don't.
That guy talks to fish.
He is more. He does not talk to fish. And this is Primal Age. Primal Age was their Conan, He-Man type of figure line. I've done some videos talking about him before, but this Aquaman I felt was kind of a special character because you can look at the Batman figure and go, oh, that's Batman, but he looks like a caveman. You can look at the Joker figure and go, oh, that's Joker, but he looks mean. You can look at the Superman and be like, that's Superman, rough and savage and Conan looking. You look at this doesn't look anything like Aquaman. Like, there's nothing about this that says Aquaman.
Aside from, like, the blonde hair and all the, like, orange and green, but really...
But I mean, that could be random. Like, just a blonde-haired guy. Okay. That's some random Greek dude. He's got the hook hand, which Aquaman had for a while in the 90s, but...
Pirate.
That's not a thing now. So anyway, this is one of my least favorite ones in the Primal Age line. And this is one of those I only bought because Target.com, they had these for like $2 $2.88 or something
Oh,
like
wow.
that online. And so it's like if you bought, something else, you add this to your cart and it was free shipping.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah. So there was this and there was something else. I think Black Manta and Scarecrow or something. Lex Luthor. They were all at the cheap price. So
I like Black Manta and Scarecrow. Where are they?
They're down in a box in the basement.
I want to see them.
Okay. Anyway, so let's open DC Primal Age Aquaman.
Are you sure we will?
Open down here at this end.
Let's.
Put your thumb here.
Are you sure?
No, actually, it's
Yeah, it's. Ah, we opened it.
Have you ever opened toys before?
No.
Have you ever gotten a toy?
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so what is that? What is this?
A big fork.
So he comes with a salad fork. That's going to be useful. So is this... Actually, this kind of looks like a shrimp fork. Or a lobster fork, maybe, for getting deep into the shell and getting the meat out. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that comes in is...
And he has this big black like numbers and stuff on his back.
Tattoo on his back that says GW180831.
Yes, that's where you should put it. Not on like the bottom of his foot or anything.
Well, they have other stuff stamped in his feet, like the copyright information.
Well.
So I mean, I do in general. I like the Primal Age figures just because they have that 5.5 classic He-Man look. But of course, now Mattel has come out with the Origins line that adds so much more articulation and detail. That the stuff that Super 7 and Funko have been putting out for the last couple of years now start to pale in comparison to what Mattel has put out. But like I said, some of the figures look neat, and like the Batcave playset looks really awesome. But this Aquaman,
He just looks like some sea guy.
so he's got a crown. It's not the best looking crown ever. His beard is tied into two ends. I don't know. There might be a term.
Ponytails.
Like two ponytails.
Trident doesn't really stick in his hand.
Yeah, the trident is really loose and falls. He's got a squid or an octopus piece of armor, which I guess is neat to add a little bit of a theme, of the underwater theme to him, but it just looks weird on a figure like this. He does have little fins though, like on his wrists and his legs here, because he needs the help swimming in the water, maybe?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, King of the Ocean, he can't swim, that makes sense.
And then for the decoration, they went for a fishnet around his body.
Yeah.
Because Aquaman, he could just tell the fish jump in the boat, but for some reason he needs the net.
It's decoration. Like the octopus.
Maybe it's for netting people.
Fisher of man.
Oh, wait, maybe the problem is we have this in backwards, and he's supposed to net the people and then spear them. Like, stab them.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's supposed to be loose so that you can stab some people with it.
So, looking at it, the trident does have some pretty good detail. Like, it's not just, oh, here's a big fork. Like, it does have some little, like, candy cane looking, like, swirls on it. The trident, the big actual, like, spear piece has some good little details on it. It's not bad.
For being on clearance for, like, $3, I mean, it's worth the $3, but this is not one of the figures that I would have ever paid $15 for.
No.
Or $10 for, or $8 for. This design in particular, I think, was a big fail for the line. And you can't get him to stand.
No. I was able to get him to stand earlier with the trident, but
Like you really got to get him to squat to
Squatty potty.
yeah, squat to get him to stand. That's not a good look.
No.
There, now it looks like he's getting ready to throw his trident, attack somebody. Oh, there's a face off. Wow, talk about proportions. Talk about body image and proportions. There's a bit of an issue there.
What do you mean? It's perfect. That's what real people look like.
Now, again, I like the chunky style, you know, but to me, this looks more like if you were gonna say he was like a Viking, maybe, like if he was like a Viking warrior of the ocean.
Yeah.
That would make more sense, especially with the way the beard is done and everything, and the helmet. To me, just looks more like a Northern European Norse thing.
Well, are they all supposed to be cavemen?
It's just supposed to be like Conan the Barbarian type inspired.
Right, yeah, who's that?
Caveman, I don't like Bronze Age.
Oh, okay.
Idea. So
When all the losers existed. Yeah.
all the losers of the Bronze Age. So not the most spectacular pick. Now here's some of the other stuff you could have picked that will be coming in future episodes out of the mystery toy box. We have stuff like the M. Bison Street Fighter G.I. Joe figure.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of interested in that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
We've got a terrible toy throwdown with Deuce from the WWE Build-A-Figure Build and Brawl line versus Sal from Duck Dynasty, Uncle Sal. So we'll do a face-off with them at some point. We've got Supreme Chancellor Palpatine figure versus the Animal Crossing Villager from World of Nintendo.
Oh no, Villager has us in the bag.
We've got the Fortnite Funk Ops and Tomato Head pint-size heroes versus the Mexican Wrestlers Micro Icons figure there. We've got the Jim Lee Blue Line Edition Superman.
That looks
figure.
like it's high quality.
It's supposed to be nice, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like the M. Bison G.I. Joe figure.
Yeah, alright.
We've got the Hero Mashers. We've got Marvel's Handful of Heroes figures. We've also got Cuties.
Can we just burn these?
From the same people that made Muscle. You've got Cutie. And then, like I said, there's more that will go in the box as time goes by.
If you guys want to send us something to put into the box, feel free to.
And we may do future episodes where we do more than one item out of the box per episode. We might do an episode that's just all
Box.
toy box.
Yeah, this is fun. I like it. We can laugh at dumb Aquaman.
And that is bad. That is horrible. All right. We're gonna go
Mailbag.
Yes, we're going to go to the mailbag. A lot of you guys wrote in after the last episode. First of all, the giveaway, Dominic won the toys. A lot of you guys wrote congratulations to Dominic, so that was nice of you guys. I did talk to him briefly over messages, got his address. He lives in Poland. I don't know if any of you have ever addressed a package to Poland. But addressing a package to Poland is completely different than addressing it to the United States. Like, everything is pretty much reversed. Like, street name first, and then the house number.
Oh, weird.
And then, like, the zip code, and then the city, and then the country name. And it's, like, you do it a weird way compared to the way we do it here. Which actually kind of makes more sense the more that I think about it. Because what street you're on, and then what house. Because you're going for the big, and then narrowing it down. Whereas we have the number.
No, stop.
Okay.
Americans are smart. Stop it.
Yeah, you're right. We do everything better. But then you guys were also talking about the NECA Halloween figures that we were opening.
Oh, speaking of NECA, they're the people who did the Portal figure.
Yes.
Hey, hello.
Which I mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah, I know, and I'm just pointing. Hey, look.
Okay.
I recognize it. I'm smart.
Pinkybus asked, where did we find the Halloween capsules? That was actually at Walmart. It was in the electronics section. It was on an end cap. But more likely, though, it was in the area where they had like the Funko Pops and the movie posters, and some of the other NECA figures where you have like the Halloween and the Alien and the Evil Dead figures and that kind of stuff. So look in that general area, and that's where you're going to find them. Let's see. Rider Origin says the mask and skull were by far the best inclusions, and I can see them being easily modified to fit on figures.
Yeah.
The Michael Myers one even looks like a Mego head, which Action Figure Dude followed up with, said, I'm almost certain those masks are from the Mego figures. I actually, and then he says about the capsules, I actually just got these today, and I think all the things are the same. I got the same things that you got. So.
Okay.
So we wondered about the skull mask.
Because there's 3 of them?
Because there were 3 different masks, and we wondered if maybe those would be randomized, but it looks like they're all skulls. So both of those guys wrote in, though, saying it looked like Mego figure heads. So I did a little bit of searching. There was a set released earlier this year for Halloween 3 that had 3 trick-or-treater kids. The jack-o'-lantern, the witch, and the skeleton, and I'm almost certain you guys are correct that is the skull head from the Skeleton Kid, because of the way it had the hole in there for putting that on a body. It looks like that is the head from the figure. They just took that head and put it in a capsule and put it in there. Now,
but it's not Halloween 2.
Right, it's
Why
Halloween
would we just
3.
get a head?
It's Halloween. Now, I mean, it's cool. It's a mask. It's cool. Yeah, it's high detail. It's got the silver shamrock, crest on their emblem, whatever. That is cool. That's neat. But again, that's for Halloween 3. Why is it in a Halloween 2 assortment? That doesn't make any sense. That feels very much like they had something else maybe in the works, or that set of trick-or-treaters like just didn't sell well, and so they just had a vat of these things, and they're just like, screw it, just throw a whole bunch of these in there. So maybe you will find some of the other heads later on. Maybe as they run out of skulls, then they'll go to the next head that they have a vat full of. Who knows?
I want the jack-o'-lantern. I like pumpkin stuff.
But then the Michael Myers head, I did look at the Mego figure that came out. I believe it came out earlier this year. Looks like it came out sometime, and it's hard to tell because coronavirus screwed a bunch of stuff up and stuff shipping out and whatever. I can't tell if it came out in April or May, but sometime in that time frame, they released a Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers figure. And it looks like it's the same sculpt that they used on the head, but they reworked it to be just the mask. Because on that figure, you have the 2 different heads. One is the regular looking one, and one has the bleeding eyes that we had the image of that you saw. So they have the 2 different heads so that you can take one off and put the other one on, so it looks like a different part of the movie. But those are full heads. So they took the mask and they sculpted eyes that go underneath, and the whole thing is full with the connector point down at the bottom so that you can pop it off, pop on. This that comes in the capsule is just the mask. There's no head inside. So they sculpted one or the other first. I would guess that they sculpted the mask first as a standalone piece, then sculpted some eyes, went up through the empty spot and stuck them in the right spot, and then just filled the rest of the head in order to make that, and molded it to make that piece that goes on the figure. So it looks to be the identical mask that is on that figure, but it is without a head on the inside. It is just a mask prop. So that, I think it's cool that it is just a mask and not the full head. And if you have the Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers figure, it makes a great addition to it, because then if you pop off the normal head and put on the bleeding eyes one, whatever, you do have this loose mask piece that you can do something with, instead of having like the full head that you would display somewhere. So.
And that's why I thought it was a finger puppet, because there was no head. You could just straight put it on.
Right. So that is something that was a little different with that stuff going on there. As far as the giveaway, the giveaway, as far as I'm concerned, was a success. I mean, the whole point of GiveLab is you go, you set it up, and I mean, you subscribe to the YouTube channel. They have all these things like preset, and you just choose.
Yeah.
You know, add these on there. So you can follow us on Twitch, you can follow us on Twitter, you can subscribe to the YouTube channels, you can, you know, whatever, and you get an entry into the giveaway. And it's just a way to, you know, get the word out and try to get people to share the video and share information about the show and, you know, whatever. And if one person, like, you can sign up and subscribe to the channel, and as soon as the giveaway's over, unsubscribe from the channel. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Mm-hmm. But if one person sticks around and watches the video and likes it, then as far as I'm concerned, that's a success, you know?
We are buying you. We are bribing you. Hey.
But I think it's also fun to have a giveaway. And again, like I said, I have boxes in my basement full of stuff. Some stuff that we've never opened, or stuff that we reviewed years ago that have been sitting there empty. I have a box just full of now I can't mini mates. Oh, those tiny little guys. And I'm thinking maybe our next giveaway will be a bunch of those mini mates. I got to dig out and see what exactly I have. I think most of them are going to be the comic book related ones, but I think there might be a few that are like Star Trek related or something like that again we've gotten over the years. We did a video on them 8 or 9 years ago maybe, and then they just went into a box and they've been sitting there. So I'd rather, instead of having them sitting in the box doing nothing, or I could take them to some random toy store and get $2 credit, you know, and for something else. Some of that stuff, you know, they're not really worth a whole lot, but I have a giveaway and you're like, hey, free toys, and some of you might really like having some extra mini mates laying around. And I know there are a lot of mini mate collectors that like to customize and pull, you know, one of the things with mini mates is you can pull them apart and reconnect them back together and, you know, come up with your own creations and stuff like that.
I will say, you really enjoyed having the giveaway. Because I remember quite a few times, I was just sitting there and you're like, oh, we got a new entry! We got a new entry! And like I remember coming down one morning and you were just kind of just sitting there just watching it. Just not pressing anything, no hands on the keyboard, you're just sitting there just going like...
And it's neat to see the people from different places around the world as they would, you know, pop in. I mean, I always know that there are people like Bart, who's out there watching in the Philippines.
Bart.
Who's always going to, you know, comment and get involved in stuff. But to see, you know, places like Belarus and Russia and Poland and, you know, some of these other places get involved, it's always so interesting to me to see the reach that this stuff has. We just kind of throw it out on the internet and kind of forget about it sometimes. And we get messages and comments on stuff. We get comments on videos from years and years and years ago.
Boxes don't work.
Boxes don't work. We're still getting some messages on boxes don't work because someone brought that up. But like, we just had someone from India commented on a Power Rangers toy video. I'm trying to see when this was published, what the published date was.
Well, if you go to the actual video, you'll see.
Well, I thought it would say like in the analytics or whatever. It's gotten 6,000 views in the last 28 days.
I don't think that's right.
Why?
That's a lot.
Oh, Power Ranger, like the imported Power Ranger toy videos get a lot of...
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I was in those.
But they're expensive. 2013.
Wow.
It has over 5 million views.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know you're. Oh, I didn't know you're an internet celebrity. Oh.
So from 2013, there are people who are still commenting on this stuff, and that guy was from India, commenting on it. So it's neat to see it because, like I said, we just kind of do it and throw it out there, and then you forget about it.
Yeah. I don't even remember what the first episode I appeared on was.
First episode you appeared on.
Oh yes, it was the reaction He-Man figures. That's what it was.
Oh, from that new toy smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then I corrupted
Video Game Losers.
Video Game Losers.
Which you're slowly taking over.
Yeah, because I love video games.
So I guess it's becoming that new toy smell is my show that you're on, and Video Game Losers is your show that I'm on.
Yeah. All right. So we can work with that.
Well, actually, then you need to redo the intro.
Okay, sure.
Without putting boxes over my face and blanking over my name, which I noticed you did like 2 weeks ago or whatever.
No, that's crazy.
Whenever you edited that episode, if you guys go back and watch,
it's definitely not the Sonic 2 episode that you should go watch. That's silly.
Apparently, I'm not in that episode according to the opening credits on that one for some reason. So.
That's crazy. I wonder who edited that one.
Yeah, I wonder. Alright guys, so don't forget you can always send us an email. You can like, comment, subscribe, share, send us PayPal money to pay our rent, and or you can send us an email, you can call our 24-hour voicemail line, you can follow us on our other channels and platforms and stuff, which will be like on the screen. You can see this stuff coming through.
Whoa, that's so
I don't want to
cool.
say it because then we have to sync it up. So as long as I don't mention it, we don't have to sync it up. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of That New Toy Smell. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, because we really do like hearing back from you guys so that we know what's working, what's not working, and what other fun stuff you might like to see in the Toy Box of Mystery. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.